Alright, so I just posted a haul video, and as you can see, I'm in a hotel room right now. I go up for work once a week, so I get to stay in a nice little hotel room. Decided to open up some of the stuff that I bought today during my toy haul. So this is obviously the first thing that I wanted to share some information about. This is the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Hulkbuster. I really wanted this as soon as I saw it solicited. They've been doing some advertising for it in the back of comic books too. But this is probably going to be my Hulkbuster toy of choice. I collect Hot Toys as well, and I spend a lot of money on those, but even the Hulkbuster Hot Toys might be a little too far out of my range. It's $825 plus shipping, plus tax. I think that it's just too much money. Hot Toys as they are expensive, you know, running 200 bucks and up a pop. So I think this might be my guy here. I like this one a lot. There's a few drawbacks. There's a few things that I think that they could have done that would have made it stellar. But otherwise, I mean, I'm not going to go over the articulation and everything. You probably watched other videos on articulation and whatnot. I think it looks cool. I think it's big. It's to scale. The things that I don't like about it is the paint scheme. Obviously it's red, but it's a little too light red, a little too pinkish red for me. When you consider the color of the actual Mark 43 from the last Avengers Legends release, that's a darker red, and they should be around the same color. So while I like this, I think they could have very much improved it if they had done the paint a little different, made it a darker red, and then also made more metallic looking paint. I mean, some of these spots are pretty shiny, but like this right here, this could have been a metallic gold, and that would have just looked awesome. Same over here. But I mean, overall, it's a good figure, and I like it. But it could have been better. So that's what I think about that. Here's another thing that I wanted to give some information on. This is the Force Awakens 3 3/4 inch First Order TIE Fighter. It's a mouthful there. A lot of good, a few things that are not so good about this. Again, this is not the big wing TIE Fighter that a lot of you are well aware of that was a Target release. I think it was like 5 years ago or so. This is a more moderately sized wing. I like this size personally. Oh, here's my video playing for some reason. I like this size. I think it's more to scale with the other vehicles, but I just like the way it looks with the paint scheme, the red marking there, the additional little guns and stuff on here. A couple things that the review that I watched on YouTube did not point out. First of all, this right here, it looks like an antenna. It's actually a gun, and it moves. It's on a swivel here, a very tight swivel. So be careful if you move it around. But it's pretty tight. But it's a gun. It's pretty sweet. I thought it was an antenna when I first put it on there. Guns down here too. These are little missiles that shoot out. So here's the things that I don't like about this. When I first got it out of the package, and again, this is probably not Hasbro's fault. It's like in the 90s here right now. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. And when I bought this, I got it at lunch, and it sat in my car all day. So I don't know if it was the heat that did this, but it kind of warped the wings. I was a little disappointed to see that. You can see that there's a curve there. I don't know if a hairdryer would fix that, if you just hold a hairdryer to it or something, but the good thing is that these wings are reversible. So this wing you could put on this side, and this wing you could put on this side. So these curves, when I originally put these wings on, these curves were on the front. So what I did is, since I'm going to be displaying it probably like this, I just put those on the back. So I switched the wings, and you can't tell that the wings are as curved from this angle. But I don't know if that's just, if that was Hasbro's fault or my fault for leaving it in my stupid hot car. But yeah, that happened. Still, I really like this a lot. I think this is so cool. And I will most likely, even though it's $170, buy the Black Series version of this when it comes out. But This is cool. The last thing I wanted to give some information about is this guy. Probably going to lose some viewers here, but I do collect these WWE Elite figures. I like wrestling. Been watching it for many, many, many years. I got this Cesaro figure. I like Cesaro. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. One of the things I don't like, I don't know if he's about the right size. I think he's bigger than this in real life, and if these are supposed to be done to scale, I don't know, he looks a little skinny. I think he could be bigger. I think they did a good job with this figure. Again, he could be a little bit bigger. Here's the major gripe that I have. I really got it kind of for this accessory, this trophy, this Andre the Giant trophy. And one of the things I noticed when I took it out of the package is it's in parts. And why they would do this in parts, you can see it separates there and it kind of snaps together. Why would they do that in parts? I have no earthly clue. It's one trophy. It's being held on by like a rubber band there. And I feel like if I take that rubber band off, this part right here is going to fall off. So I don't really understand why it's in parts. I'm not one that usually glues stuff together, but in this case, I would consider it. I just wish that this was one solid piece. Kind of takes my like of this accessory away big time. The fact that it's in these parts and it could potentially fall apart. Just baffles me. But anyway, those are the items that I decided to open up here. Definitely recommend this. I love this thing. Best vehicle I think that I've seen from the Force Awakens line. Definitely recommend Hulkbuster. He's a big brute. Just wish he was a little darker. I'm not going to paint it. I don't do any kind of custom work like that. But he will be displayed proudly in my collection. And then Cesaro, gotta fix that trophy. But there's some information on some stuff from my haul. So that's it. See ya.